Warning, what you are about to hear are the thoughts of four ordinary dudes with no agenda and absolutely no filter. Please, do not attempt any of this at home, and try not to get butthurt. Welcome to the Dude to Dude podcast.
What's up, guys? It's Maddie.
What's up? It's John.
Hey dudes, it's Billy, and this week we're Sans Jimmy again.
Fucking
Sans Jimmy. Sans Chim. It's going to be his new fucking nickname.
Yeah, well, fucking that or diarrhea, but
Jeez.
poor dude, I feel bad for him, dude. He's like constantly on the fucking toilet.
It does. It sucks.
Star Wars Talk strikes back.
We could go that route.
Wow.
I wanted to touch base on something that John brought up to the group's attention, the whole existential crisis of our generation.
I think that's a conversation best left for when Chim's with us, though, because he did say something about wanting to be very adamant about that conversation.
Okay. All right. I guess you're right. I forgot about that.
Although, I mean, and it is also, I would like to probably do a little more research on it myself. But yes, I do. I definitely think it needs at least be brought to attention.
Naturally, it's going to be like another Art of Self-Reliance episode.
Oh, God, no.
No.
I think we've learned a lot from that fucking disaster.
I think we learned a lot since then, let alone from that.
I can just picture it now. Maddie, what do you think of the existential crisis of nowadays? I should be like, daddy issues.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude. I think
mean,
that's a big part of it. Yep. I will agree with that. But yeah, John wants to hold off, I guess.
That's yeah.
All right. Well,
Let's
what
wait
do
on that.
you want to talk about?
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
Because you're the one who fucking threw off my conversation.
Oh, I'm the one that planned it tonight, huh?
No, I planned it. I was just going off of what you gave me, and now you don't want to talk about it.
Tonight, you guys can call me Shaggy because it wasn't me.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
We all just took a drink at the same time.
I was gonna until I watched you fuckers do it. It was weird.
Yup.
Yep. Well,
Like
what
being
up?
in a house full of women, man. Synced up on schedule. That was a terrible joke.
That was bad. That was pretty bad.
It sounded better in my head.
Did it?
A little bit.
Well, Maddie, I know you're a PlayStation guy. Did you play the new Star Wars games that they let out for PlayStation Plus?
Like Fallen Jedi Order? I think that was what it was called.
Fallen Order.
I think it was Fallen Order, yeah. It's with the redhead kid.
Yeah.
Cal Kestis.
I'm actually stuck fighting Trisha.
Final boss.
Is it the final boss?
Well,
It's the chick.
well, actually, let me ask you.
Have you fought her before?
Is it your first or second fight with her?
I don't-
Spoiler alert.
I don't remember. I want to say I'm in their citadel.
Oh, you're in the fortress? Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
final boss. That's the final fight.
Well, no wonder why it's so goddamn fucking irritating.
Well, you're going to be pissed then because I put the game down for fucking months because I was dreading the final boss fight because the mid-boss fight was a bitch.
What, the ninth sister?
The ninth sister on fucking Kashyyyk?
I beat it in like an hour.
Fuck you. Yeah, it
Hey,
took me about an hour too,
Yeah.
and that's an hour meaning of fucking like a dozen attempts.
See, depending
I
on
would say
how
it was probably like 5 attempts.
Oh yeah, fuck off. She was a bitch.
depending on how like you play the game and what planets you go to, she was my very first boss.
Oh yeah, I guess he's got a point. No, because you can hop to different planets. You don't have to follow any specific order to which planet you visit.
Really?
Yeah, you're free. That's one of the cool things about the game is you basically beat it at whatever kind of thing you want because the story unfolds in such a way that you literally learn everything you need to learn as you need to learn it.
I guess that makes sense.
I got the double-bladed lightsaber before I fought her
That was
because I
probably a
jumped to
huge help.
Dathomir and I kept running into shit I couldn't kill.
No. You get the double-bladed lightsaber right before you fight the ninth sister. Like moments before.
No, because if you jump to Dathomir, you can get it early.
Dathomir wasn't even unlocked for me.
You don't get that until I want to say almost till your last fight.
Yeah, the double lightsaber came right before the ninth sister. Like I
No,
walked up
because
and
you get the dual lightsabers when you can break it in half before you fight her. The double bladed lightsaber you can unlock stupid early.
No, I don't have dual sabers yet. I have the double bladed. So I wonder if that's part of the gameplay. Is that because you went to a different planet? Is you got it at that planet?
Because
whereas I got it at that one because it was the same point in the storyline for us.
Right.
Yeah, because you know how like when you get the ship and you can finally choose like what planet you want to go to, you can pick like Kashyyyk. You can pick that planet that like you just kind of run around on, and like a Jedi used to live there or whatever. So you're stumbling through all his shit. There's
All
like
right. Anyways, go play the game if you want.
Well, yeah, the final boss for me only took like 5 minutes. And like 2 attempts.
Okay, but the mid boss gave you problems.
Right. That's why I put the game down for so long. I was thinking like that final boss was just going to be...
Because I thought the
I
ninth
was never
sister
gonna beat
was
it.
easy. The
Hey,
big
well, see, it all
alien?
depends on the gameplay. And see, by
Yeah.
the final boss, like I said, it was easy because at that point I had already fucking did everything the hard way, basically, I guess. And by that time I was like, yeah, fuck it. I got all the abilities. I got the fucking badass sword. Let's do this.
So I guess that goes to show like how everyone just plays the game differently. You know what I mean?
I'm one of those people where like if there's a game where they're like you have to beat multiple bosses, I run around and do every single fucking side quest imaginable. I level up like a fucking crazy person, so that way I show up and I'm just like big dick energy.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I'm the guy who shows up like super underprepared with big dick energy.
Bill rushes right to the boss.
I'm like, ooh, there's a boss. Look at my big dick, bitch.
How quick can I get to this boss and get my ass spanked?
Yep. And I'll sit there and I'll fight it for a fucking hour if I got to. But no, that's just how I enjoy the gameplay.
Like even in Breath of the Wild right now, watching Mel play was kind of cute because like she was all like, oh, it tells me to go from here to here to here. So she like was running around doing like the quests. When I played, I was just like, oh, if I go to this many of these little side places, I get a spirit orb. I can fucking get more hearts for that. And I'm like,
so you were doing
more hearts.
You were doing side quests while she was progressing the main
I was
story.
up in like the northern part of Hyrule, like right by the castle, fucking getting spanked and killing shit because I was like running and skipping to the towers to unlock the fast travel point to climb up there and then look to see what little fucking
That's cool.
dungeons were nearby.
I've heard a couple different couples actually play the game like that, where one person will focus on the side quests and another person will focus on the main story.
Like I somehow early on glitched and got the Master Sword on accident. So I had it was like 5 or 6 hearts when I did it, but I was up in Kokiri Forest. That's where like you find the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild. I don't know if either of you guys played them good.
I have not.
But I threw a campfire down because I was trying to like learn how to cook, and I didn't realize you couldn't cook without a fire that had a pot over it. So I clicked wait, and then I clicked morning, and as it was coming up, I fucking hit the A button, trying to skip it, and he pulled the sword out of the ground automatically. Didn't complete the quest, still having the option to pull the sword, but now I'm running around with a Master Sword.
That's weird. So you cheese the game.
Because you know how like if you're playing like PlayStation or something, and there's a video, sometimes if you spam like the X button, you kind of like speed it up.
That's wild, Maddie, because Legend of Zelda games are not known for glitches.
It's gnarly.
So what you're telling me is you're cheating.
That time on accident.
What hacks are you using?
Cheater.
Bro, I wouldn't even know how to use a mod or a hack.
You running it on a ROM, aren't you? An emulator.
What? I was kidding. I know what an emulator
Words and stuff.
Words and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been huge on Nintendo other than when I was a kid, obviously, and that's all we had.
I like the Switch because you're not just limited to Nintendo games. Like, fuck, I could get Skyrim for it. But,
Really?
Yeah.
Hogwarts is coming out for it. Hogwarts Legacy. It's
You can get
like
the Assassin's Creed
2 months
games.
later, but
You know, I don't even care, though. Like, I'm honestly surprised that Nintendo has finally come up to the point where
they're opening up.
they're releasing pretty much any game that one of the other two are releasing just because they're right up, they can prove they're right up there with them.
Well, and here's the
It might
thing.
not run as smoothly on there, but
if they can get their product to run as smoothly as the other products, and they're offering only like, Super Mario is only on Nintendo.
Right. They still have their exclusives, right?
Microsoft has what? Halo?
They got a couple others, I think. I'm not sure.
What is
Gears of War, Halo and Gears of War.
Right.
Yeah, Gears of War was what? Fucking 20 years ago now?
I don't know. I
They're
heard they're
actually-
trying to revamp it.
They're
Well,
talking
they
about coming
should,
on,
but-
I heard they're even trying to do a live action series.
with Batista as Dom.
Well, yeah, with Dave Bautista.
That'd be kind of cool.
Or no, not Dom. Phoenix. He'd play Phoenix, not Dom.
So, and
I
then
don't
what does
give it up.
PlayStation have?
PlayStation's got like Last of Us. They got more like, I feel like PlayStation has more of the like ultra realistic simulating kind of like Last of Us is supposed to be like a post-apocalyptic deal, isn't it?
Fuck,
Yeah.
you can't even say they got Final Fantasy because you can play Final Fantasy on Xbox.
Oh, why do I keep trying to hand that to them?
But no, they really only got The Last of Us.
They've got a couple. They got like Uncharted. They have.
Yeah,
They got.
Uncharted.
I mean, PlayStation has always been known for some of their top exclusive games. Sony's been on their shit with that for sure
Yeah, but
since day one.
I mean, if Nintendo can come out with a product that can compete with, the consoles that Microsoft has put out, that PlayStation has put out, a lot of people are going to switch over to Nintendo.
At a cheaper price point at that.
Well, that's, yeah. Well, right now it's at a cheaper price point because it can't do exactly what
Right.
the PlayStation and
Right.
the Xbox can.
I think it's impressive that you can literally just pick the thing up off the fucking cradle and walk around with it and have the same
Yeah,
gaming experience.
that's super cool. I will give you that.
So if Nintendo would actually revamp one of their old systems to nowadays, it would be their Nintendo 3DO.
3DO. What?
At least no, maybe that wasn't fucking
The
Nintendo.
3DS?
No, this was something else. It was the big game on it back in the day was actually Wing Commander, and Mark Hamill played the main character. Maybe it was Sega.
3DO interactive. 3DO. I thought they were like a game producer or publisher or something, weren't
It
they?
was a Panasonic 3DO. It's not Nintendo.
What the hell? I have never even heard of that, Maddie.
Yeah, neither
You're
have I.
bringing something from the fucking obscure corners of the gaming universe.
What can I say, man? When I told you I was like 4 or 5 generations behind in game systems, bro.
Dude, that's like 4 or 5 different country differences right there. Like, where the hell was that thing even put out?
Right.
I don't
very
recall
small quantities.
ever seeing one of those.
32-bit. The 3DO Interactive Multiplayer, also referred simply as 3DO, is a home video game console developed by the 3DO company. Despite having a highly promoted launch, the console received mixed to negative reviews, and an oversaturated console market prevented the system from achieving success compared to competing consoles such as Sega and Sony. It was released in 1991.
Wow.
I'm sorry, the company was founded in 1991.
Released in 93.
Yeah. Wow.
So, like, I fucked up. I misspoke. It wasn't Nintendo, but still.
Yeah, what were you saying about that? I'm sorry, I got totally sidetracked figuring out what the
Right.
fuck it was.
Right.
The graphics were kind of like out of this world. It was almost like movie-like. At that
3DO?
point, and I want to say it's the same system I'm thinking about.
Yeah, we got to see
Sure you're not talking Dreamcast?
I
might.
Dreamcast is... That graphics wasn't... I mean, we didn't start getting really good graphics until, like, PlayStation 2 and fucking later.
So
Top
it could
10,
not be what I'm thinking of.
Panasonic 3DO video games. Yeah, Maddie, I don't think we're talking the same thing here, bud.
God damn it. I can't remember what way it went. Anyhow, it was fucking dope.
Now, if you would have said something like Echo from Dreamcast, that was movie-like quality back in the day.
Oh, this could be what I'm thinking of then.
Like, as a kid, I thought these graphics were so good.
Anyway, I don't remember what system it was on, but I remember playing Wing Commander back in the day, and it was super fucking badass.
Yeah, I don't know, bud.
You know what game I like from back in the day? It was on Sega Dreamcast. It was called Toy Commander. Funny enough. And I remember you pick your choice of vehicle of like a Jeep, jet plane, a fucking little helicopter. I think you had a tank as an option. And you just drive around this little fucking house, and right up the walls there'd be like Hot Wheels tracks and ramps and shit set up for you to traverse all kinds of shit.
I remember that now.
And then you'd pick up like erasers and markers and pencils, and that was like the missiles and shit.
Yeah, it was almost like it had like a Toy Story feel to it.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Very cartoony type graphics, but it was like so entertaining for me for some reason. I can't.
So I gotta ask. Is Toy Commander like your FetLife screen name too?
Wouldn't you like to find out?
A little bit.
So I had to look up the name of it because I haven't even thought about it in years. But the game that I played over and over as a child was Uni Racers, which was like a unicycle racing game. Dude, I played it over and over as a child.
Uni Racers. I've never even heard of it.
Let's see if I can find some gameplay footage here. 3 hours of gameplay footage.
Oh, yeah. We don't need that much.
No, we don't.
We need like 30 seconds.
Oh, there's the music. Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
This makes me think of one of the old dirt bike games.
Right. Like, was that like the generic music they used for games of the day? 'Cause
what a thrill.
Like the first motocross games.
Yeah,
Music is identical.
right. That's what I mean.
It was. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It was a little rough, but I played it for hours. Yeah, the joys of being a kid.
A good childhood favorite of mine was Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh man, I remember that
Classic.
game. Yep, that was a Sega. Was that what that was?
No, I want to say it was Nintendo.
Might have been Nintendo.
I want to say Nintendo, yeah.
I think it was Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was definitely Super Nintendo. It was either Super Nintendo or Sega. I wonder if it came out for both. Actually,
I want to say
I'm
Super
sure it is.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. So, I mean, what draws you guys to certain video games? Like, because I no longer enjoy racing games. They do nothing for me. Uni Racers for sure was my favorite.
Well, I used to be all about like shooters and stuff. But I mean, I still play shooters, but more on a different level, I guess. I like to play more like cooperative type, like online games, I guess.
Okay.
Like you bust my balls about DRG, but that one is literally like the only people you can play with are people you're forced to team with to beat the mission.
See, I almost like games that don't count on other people because other people suck.
Well, yeah, but I feel I don't know. I just enjoy the cooperation because it just I don't know proves to me that people do cooperate every once in a while. I guess
Yeah, if you
gives
have
me that
buddies.
small bit of faith in humanity.
Just throwing this out there, it looks like the Super NES version of Zombies. No,
Was NES?
that doesn't make sense.
I could have swore it was on like the larger, like gray Super Nintendo. Right? Wasn't it? Man, it's been so long. I can't even remember.
I think it's talking about the re-release of it.
There was a re-release?
Yeah. So,
No shit.
released for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows in June 2021.
Bro.
Look right on the side there, Bill. It said SNES, Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah, the Super NES and the Genesis. Okay, so we were both right. Thank you, Johnny. I didn't see that. I'm not used to using the Wikipedias.
Cliff Notes, man. Just read the Cliff Notes,
Is that what that is?
more or less.
I'll take it.
It's like the basic facts that most people look for, you know.
Yeah, well, you know what I don't like about Wikipedia?
Anybody can edit it.
No, most of the time, normal people can't edit it. But there's no fact checkers on stuff that's edited, and stuff can get locked into place that is wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Why don't you be a fact checker for Wikipedia, Bill?
Because I will throw my computer through someone's fucking head.
Maybe that's what we need for people to stop being fucking idiots on the internet. Someone
Dude.
just snap and fucking start beating people with laptops.
For people to stop being douchey on the internet, we would have to give out, like, everyone's internet access would have to have, like, a location stamp on it.
We'd live in a fucking Orson Welles nightmare or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, people are shitty, and the worst part of people comes out when they think nobody can fucking do anything about it.
I've been saying it for years. We just need to be allowed to punch people in the face again.
I agree with that full-heartedly. But I know I'd get punched in the face an awful lot, too. There's that.
Yeah, me too.
I'd probably be hit every day.
Okay, well, Lydia doesn't count.
No. No. Not even from her.
Why do you think you'd be hit every day?
I don't know. I
feel like out of all of us, you're the nicest.
Right.
I don't know. I tend to. I don't know. Maybe it's in my own head that I feel like I get hit every day, I guess.
So, I mean, I always say that's one of the things I like about weed is it makes me very introspective and, like, inside my own head is like, okay, am I a shitty person? Am I doing shitty things? And, I mean, that kind of sounds like what you're talking about, right?
Right. Right. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's probably just in my own head, but I feel like I would do something that would warrant someone going off and just fucking smacking me one. I know I've pushed people to that point.
Oh, I know I have.
I know I have.
Yeah. I don't know if it's an everyday thing, though. You think it's an everyday thing?
I mean, if I ran my mouth as much as I wanted to, maybe. I keep a lot of shit inside, trust me.
Yeah, that's because you're afraid to get hit in the... Well, not afraid, but, like, you know someone might hit you in the face. You're aware of the consequences of your actions.
Unfortunately.
We need more of that.
Well, yes.
Johnny, that is a result of being punched in the face. That is a good trait to have.
See, a lot of people don't have that, man.
It's like you can tell you've never been hit.
Yeah. Oh, some people you can definitely tell
Some
they've
people,
never been hit in the face.
some people really fucking need it.
Who's the one to judge whether they need to be hit in the face, though?
Me, motherfucker, judge, jury, executioner.
A jury of peers.
Guilty.
Dude, I agree.
Fuck the judge.
He
fuck
said
a
peers
bailiff,
doesn't mean they're peers.
jury of peers.
Some people do just need to be fucking cracked in the jaw. But most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, situations can be solved through nonviolent memes. Yeah, nonviolent memes. If I fucking
Yeah, I thought it was a joke too.
yeah, no. Nonviolent means. I mean, I'm not saying always, and I'm not saying that like, you know, it. How do I don't even know how to word this. Sometimes people need to be hit in the fucking face, but most of the time, you can talk to them. I don't know.
You want to de-escalate through conversation first.
Oh, see,
And then if you get to the point of there's no talking sense into them.
Yes, I will almost always try to de-escalate a situation first. Yeah. Now as an adult, as like growing up and realizing, okay, some of the actions I made when I was younger were probably not the brightest things to do.
You learned how to think ahead.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
See, when
well, you think ahead to, if I do this, what's going to happen? Bad shit. So I'm not going to do it.
I guess. I don't know. I've really come to learn, like, I just don't like hurting people like that, dude. You know, it's not cool.
No.
See, when you were saying you could use words instead of physical means, I was like, damn, he's right. Smacking a fucker with a book would be great.
Use a phone book, it doesn't leave bruises.
You feel smarter yet?
See, I don't feel like I would do a lot of hitting either, or if any. I'm more of a flip out and fucking lose my cool for about 5 minutes and then go somewhere, fucking be by myself, calm the fuck down, and...
Well, that's not necessarily healthy either. To bottle it all up until you fucking...
The ticking time bomb, Billy.
I understand that.
See, that's worse than just smacking a motherfucker in the mouth.
What I'm saying is it's not necessarily healthy.
No, I know. I'm driving myself to a heart attack probably one of these days, but we all die eventually, right?
Yeah, why would you want to die of a heart attack, though, bro?
I don't know. It just seems quick.
It's quick. Go in my sleep, be done with it.
Well, sometimes you're awake when that happens.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
God, why you gotta ruin my hopes, bro?
What do you want to be awake and experience?
No,
that?
I want to be asleep. I want to be.
Okay.
So me and Aurelia just talked about that today, dude. Like, if I die, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm honestly kind of curious as to what is on the other side of death.
Ditto.
Not to the point where like I'm suicidal, but I have a general human curiosity.
You know what that's called?
Being human?
No, it's the call of the void.
Call of the void?
They call it the call of the void. You ever get that feeling when you're just driving down the road and you just want to...
No.
You don't ever think about that? Like driving, just say over the Irondequoit Bridge.
That's invasive thoughts, Jonathan. And you might need to talk to a therapist. Are you okay, bro?
All right, we need you to lay on the couch, and we're going to mute the mics for a couple minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Therapy session.
Seriously, bro, are you okay?
It's called Call of the Void.
No, that's called intrusive thoughts.
Bro, you need a handy? Come here. Let me make you fucking feel better.
Chill out. I'm fine. Jesus.
Glad I don't drive on the road with you.
Right.
I don't fucking think about that shit with other people in the car, obviously.
Belt, next time we're going to go for a ride and Johnny says I'll drive.
No. We can take your car, but I'm driving.
Strap my ass in the back seat.
He'll be
You
driving us
cannot
along.
touch the wheel.
Hey guys, you ever wondered if you just went,
Yo.
wee? No, John, we didn't.
So no, I'm curious as to like when I die, I'm I don't want to say excited, but I am not scared of the thought of dying because I am so curious as to what's on the other side. But I don't want to die painfully. Hey guys, now this is normally the part of an episode where you would hear an ad, but we're not going to ask you to go buy a product. Instead, we're going to ask that if you get some value out of this episode, if you laughed, if, any part of it was worthwhile to you, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it on your social media. Let people know about us. If you think it'll help, it'll probably help.
Yeah.
I don't want to die in fire or fucking drowning.
Suffocation.
Yeah, some weird,
long, painful,
good,
drawn out. Fuck that.
I could probably deal with like if someone's sitting there torturing me, because at least I have like a point of hatred for as long as I'm being tortured. Hatred. Oh, the dark side. It can be healthy.
Bill's eyes are like the Sith, red, orange by the time he's actually dead.
I'm just saying, like, it's like almost like getting a tattoo. If you have a point to be angry at or to hold your focus, yeah, like I'm better. But if I'm just fucking choking on a fucking cookie, I'm gonna be pissed.
I just wanted to enjoy my fucking cookie. It's killing me.
Right.
I don't know if it's like a blame it on my heritage type thing, but I have always, if I was going to go out literally fighting.
I would like to. If I had a choice.
Well, yeah.
And there was a good cause for it.
I think that's a testosterone thing, though. I think that's a big driving factor for a lot of men, to be honest with you.
Like if I found out
It's
like
the
I
call
had
of Valhalla.
like 6 months to live, I'd be like, well, give me a month and a half. Let me wrap up my shit. Then you're going to lock me in a fucking cage with a grizzly, and you're going to give me a hatchet and a fucking spear. And
you're going to last about 3 seconds?
Maybe, but at least I go down fighting.
Y'all call me nuts for the fucking intrusive thoughts. This dude wants to go in a cage with a grizzly if he ever gets terminally ill.
That fucking grizzly is going to take that spear, kick your ass with it.
It's going to pike your ass. Ooh, Matty shish kebab.
Right.
Yeah, but I guarantee I'm going to fucking die with that fucking hatchet or axe buried in the side of it. It may still eat my ass,
I
but
don't
I'm
know
gonna
if you're
just
getting through
it'll
that fur.
bleed out.
I don't know if you're getting through that fur. That shit is that hide is wild on a bear, bro. It's not a regular animal. It's not.
You're better off trying to stab the spear into it.
Yeah.
That's why you got both.
I mean, we killed mammoths with spears. Like, so I mean, with that is possible. That's fucking wild, dude. We killed mammoths with spears.
We used to kill bears with spears too.
That's fucking wild, bro.
We just kill everything.
That's fucking
Well,
wild,
Johnny,
bro.
the only logical point, if there's a big pissed off animal and it wants to kill you first, you kill it back.
I mean, Matt makes a good point.
Yeah, but most of the killing of the animals isn't for wanting to kill you.
No.
Most of it started with necessity.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, maybe started with, but.
That's why I said started with.
So I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he had a guy on talking about bats. And down in, I believe it was Latin America. Might have been Australia. I think it was Australia now, come to think of it. That the hunters down there were hunting so many bats that they'd like almost killed off the population within the matter of a year.
Wow.
Shit.
And I'm talking millions of bats.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so they put in a conservation effort down there to not hunt the bats and for at least 5 years. So they're hoping that the population can regrow. And
What are they hunting the bats for?
they eat them.
Bro, you can eat anything.
Yeah, I mean it's a mammal, and bats aren't as like. What is the negative thought you have about bats? they're just like spooky, right?
I like bats.
They're nighttime birds. That's all they are.
They're sky puppies.
Yeah, dude.
Sky puppy. I
So,
like that.
You know they're one of the main pest controls that we have.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Eat all them fucking bugs. I hate the fucking bugs are a pain in the ass.
So they're
I know they're a necessity, but they're a pain in the ass.
there's a very small amount of them that carry rabies. They're not necessarily dirty creatures. I mean, they leave guano droppings, but humans have used guano for years as fertilizer.
It's usually left more in their main roost, too. They don't, like, shit everywhere, mostly like birds, as far as I know.
Right. So I don't know. I just kind of opened my eyes to bats, and, like, they're not as bad as everyone fucking makes them out to be, I guess.
Oh.
I know. I've always thought they were cool.
Yeah,
honestly.
they don't really attack humans. There's very few human attacks. And unless you're, like, handling one, it's very unlikely that you ever can contact rabies from even a sick one.
Sky puppies.
Sky puppies?
Sky puppies.
Never heard that term.
Look up a flying fox.
It's like trash panda.
That is more than a sky puppy. That is a sky monster. Seriously, dude. Have you ever seen one of these?
A sky fox?
No, a flying fox.
No. Seen flying squirrels, which are cool.
He's a big old sky puppy.
So I guess there's a bunch of different types of flying foxes, but there's an extremely large one. I'm trying to see if I can find.
There you go. That's a big one. That's a big one.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah, dude. Like, could you imagine seeing that chilling in your backyard?
But look at his face.
Yeah, it'd get shot.
Yeah, but then, like, you see this one.
Okay, yeah, that one's definitely a little creepy looking.
This one? I think it's cute. To me, that's fucking cute. Like, that's cute. They're just kind of like...
That's what, like, the original vampires modeled after.
Yeah, which doesn't really make sense because there's not that many large bats in that area of the world. Like, there's bats all over the world, but there's not that many large ones over there. And the largest ones are down in South America or Latin America. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a really cool concept to me.
Makes you think of Jeepers Creepers, too.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's why I'm pretty confident I'd walk out the back door and be like, bang! No!
Bang!
I mean, that would definitely freak me out if I seen it in my backyard. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, that's huge, dude.
But they're not supposed to be, like, harmful to humans at all.
No.
You can train them. I guess they're exceptionally smart. Like, they recognize faces and, yeah.
You know, my buddy is right. I'm looking at this picture of this doofy-ass white dude standing next to this big-ass creepy bat, and I'm like, us white people really do gotta do some dumb shit with a smile on our face sometimes.
I think it's just people in general. I don't think you have to associate a race to it, Matthew.
Well, I'm not trying to, like, there was a literal conversation me and my buddy Parker had, and bro, fuck, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know, but people do fucking wild shit, dude. But if you had the opportunity to do that, would you do it?
Stand next to a sky puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a thing, all right? Call it a complex, if you will. If it's creepy enough looking and it's big enough to be about my size, no, I don't want to fuck with it.
I know it's
It might have more teeth.
No. I know because I know what it is, I would stand next to it. Now, if I knew it was hostile to, people or whatever, I wouldn't fuck with it. But a bat that poses no danger to me, why not?
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, it poses no danger. I'd probably be freaked out at first because I'd never been near one.
You're just saying you're not going to see me.
I get freaked out about new dogs. You know what I mean? I really do.
Yeah, because you don't know how they're going to be.
Like, look how big that fucking bat is next to that dude. Like,
Oh, it's huge.
fuck that. No, I'm good.
But they eat fruit.
That's all they eat.
Right. You don't expect that, man.
Like, bro, if I look at them fucking pictures of them things flying in the air, man. If I just strolled out of my house and saw that, I'd be like, nope, I'm done with today. I'm going back inside.
Yeah, that is wild.
I'd be like, oh, I've seen this movie. I'm gonna go inside and pretend the apocalypse isn't happening.
Yeah, that would, I will say that would freak me the fuck out if I seen it. Oh, and look, there's a baby bat tucked into the mama bat.
While it's flying, that's cool.
That is pretty cool.
Did you just assume that bat's gender?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, we did.
I did. I could be wrong on that. It might be the daddy bat, but it might not even be the mama or the daddy, because apparently bats are cool enough that they take in orphans.
No shit.
Yep.
Baby bat on hitching a ride on an adult bat.
Yeah, let's go with that.
There you go.
Yeah, proper.
Well, I mean, I did have a dog growing up that kind of did that with kittens.
Yeah. Yep. That'll happen. It was bats, they will create friendships and bonds, I guess. And the guy that Joe Rogan was talking to was super interesting, and I didn't mean to go that deep into bats, but I just found it
Yeah, that's cool.
extremely interesting.
Always thought you were a little batty.
Definitely am, bud.
How the fuck did we get on that tangent?
No idea. I'm a little stoned.
That's what we do.
Too high.
All right, so I'll bring it back to the video games. What is the first game that, when you think of good memories, childhood playing? What is it?
Mario.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Mario and Duck Hunt and Tetris.
For me, it'd be Mario and the original Zelda, the top-down scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember playing Mario with my mom, when I was really young. And I remember her showing me, the secrets, the whistles and stuff.
I remember our mom leaving the Nintendo on for days at a time to beat the whole game.
Oh, because you couldn't save them.
There is no save.
I forgot.
But apparently, it is a little known fact that there is a way you can turn the console off and at least start in the appropriate world.
Wait, how?
I forget how, but there's a certain button combination you have to press at a certain point when the game is booting up, and it will bring you, when you push start, it will bring you to the world you were at.
Huh? You think they would have made that a little more known?
Right. I forget. I'm curious. I got to look it up now. Now I got to look it up.
I'll look. Well, yeah, you'll probably be faster at it. Whoa. I just got the chills, man. Took a big old gulp of that fucking cold-ass drink.
What's your guys' first video game console that you bought for yourself? This will get to show our generational gap a little bit.
Xbox 360?
Wait, what was the question?
Maybe not, because that was my first system, too.
First system?
That you yourself bought.
That I myself bought? Oh, that's a good one. I want to say, though, the first one I recall the most, I guess, quickly is the PS1. Not the old school, original big gray box PS1. I'm talking the mini.
The mini, yeah.
The slim.
Smooth.
Wasn't slim at the time.
No,
but,
it wasn't termed slim, but that's basically the concept, where the
It was
concept
like
came
a
from.
travel PlayStation or something.
No, it wasn't travel. It was just a smaller, smoother shape. And yeah, that one right there, I want to say is it.
Yeah,
Bill.
I know which one you're talking about. I don't know what they called it.
They called it the PS1, the PlayStation 1.
What was the first one called? The boxy one?
Just the PlayStation.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Well, PlayStation is also PlayStation 1.
Well,
Yeah.
it was only dubbed that after the PS2 had come out. But the PS1, the original PS1, is the one that I'm talking about.
which would have been the smoother one.
The little, it's more of like a bubble design, like chassis as opposed to the big boxy thing.
I'm trying to find it.
You gotta type in PS1 letters, not the number. There you go.
Oh, yeah, sure enough.
That's the one. That's the first console I remember buying myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. Generational gap for sure on that one.
Yeah.
The first one I ever bought myself was the Xbox 360 Elite.
Oh, you went fancy.
Oh, fancy.
You went fancy. No, dude, I fucking... I remember exactly when I bought it. I was going through a fucking bad breakup, and I had extra money because I no longer had a fucking girl. And I went and spoiled myself. Yeah, and I bought an Xbox, and I bought, like, the fucking gun controller for it, and... Yeah, I played all sorts of shit that I didn't need to waste my time on. And it's, you know, I just bought the PS5 and I'm doing the same shit 10, 15 years later. So that's life.
No, that's marriage.
Okay.
You get married and you have to make a big purchase right after to feel better about it.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't even that. It was like, I'm really trying to put money away for like a little bit. So I needed something to keep me home and satiated and not out spending a fucking ton of money.
So, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I was mistaken. It's not actually to reload after you turn a console off. It's to reload in the same world after you lose your last life. So like when you get the game over screen.
You could reload from that?
If you get the
Fucking
game over
game
screen,
changer.
you apparently hold A while the game over screen is on, and then until you gotta press start to start a new game. And when you press start, it loads you in the world that you died in.
Who knew? Not me.
Not me. I didn't find that out till like last week.
That's cool.
I was like, that's fucking cool.
It was pretty wild, man.
What was your guys' first, let me rephrase that. What was your guys' favorite PlayStation 1 game?
Grand Theft Auto. Frogger. Yeah, Frogger was a good one.
I'm torn between two games. Final Fantasy VIII, because like when that game came out, like the movie graphics for it were fucking out of the world. And Parasite Eve.
Okay. All right.
For people that don't know, Parasite Eve is another survival horror type like Resident Evil.
You ever play Silent Hill?
Never a fan.
Really?
I could not get into Silent Hill.
Wow. I also really like Parappa the Rappa.
That was a good one. Yo, the demo discs on PlayStation were like...
I forgot about demo discs.
Dude,
wow.
holy fuck, man.
Wow.
Demo discs.
Wow, what a throwback.
Speaking of
There was a
demos,
game on one of the demo discs that you could only, like, certain demo discs had, like, hidden games where, you know how it showed up in tiles? You'd have to flip, like, hit a button to flip one of the tiles and you'd find other games. But I remember this one game that came on a demo disc. It was called Colony Wars, I think. And it was like, actually it played kind of similar to No Man's Sky in the space flight aspect with the ability to shoot other ships and shit. And that was like the whole point. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I was like, wow, that is really fucking... That caught my attention at a younger age.
Speaking of like demos of games, the demo that still rings in my fucking mind all these years later was actually for Splinter Cell Conviction. Fucking did you guys ever play the Splinter Cell games?
I think I played the first one when I was on Xbox 3.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Xbox,
I most definitely have played Splinter Cell.
So I don't know if you guys have played Conviction, but that one, essentially, like he's told his daughter's dead, so he goes on like kind of like a revenge thing to figure out like who did it, who was responsible, and you end up in the country of Malta, and you're in a bathroom, and you get in a fist fight basically with this dude in the bathroom, but they introduced the mechanic of being able to use your environment into that style of game.
Okay.
And I was fighting with this dude, and I got him near a stall, and I beat him into the stall. Well, after that, me and him were backing up, and I hit him. And the reason why this demo rings in my fucking head, because he falls down, and his face is by a fucking sink, and you grab him by the head, and you fucking smash his face through a sink on the wall.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm fucking hooked.
That's
When's
pretty
this
cool.
game coming out?
Yeah. That's cool when you have like shit that you can interact with in your environment as part of the gameplay
And it
that
was-
you wouldn't normally think is
Right.
something
And it was
like
cool, too, because that whole time while you're fighting, I'm like, when you get him on the ground, you're like, where's my fucking daughter? Just beat his face through the thing. So you're just like, get him!
I'm good on that, bud.
You know, it's kind of like John Wick going to town because the dog.
And
I
a
still,
car.
still haven't watched the John Wick movies, man.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Why?
No respect.
The third one was a little over the top, I thought.
The first one was a little over the top when the puppy died. Broke my heart. That's it. That's where I cut it off.
Yeah, they really fucking
So
went
what,
there.
you got like 10 minutes into the movie and shut it off?
Yeah.
Dude, that's...
No.
Bill, you ever heard of The Hook?
Okay.
That's supposed to be The Hook.
Have you ever heard of getting laid? Because I think I was getting laid.
All right, well, I mean...
That's like me when I tried watching Wonder Woman.
That's fair enough, I guess.
Sorry, man.
Took 8 times.
But still,
just to
you
get
should go
through
back
the-
and watch it.
Yeah.
You need to
I
watch
know.
the John Wick movies. They're cool as hell.
What'd you say, Maddie?
It was about 8 times of,
Trying to watch Wonder Woman?
yeah, to get through the first 10 minutes. And that was just the first time I watched the movie. 8 times, 10 minutes.
That's what I was just going to say.
John's like,
Oh, man.
you fucking judgmental prick. Don't look at me like that.
What, dude? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know they make stuff for that, right? Little pills.
I don't actually have that problem. I was just trying to be funny.
I mean,
I'm a 60-second or tops.
yeah, we know that. That's why you have 2 children.
Oh, wait a minute. 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Yeah, huh? 60 minutes till he's ready for round 2.
So, speaking of like punny things, so I was scrolling on Facebook this morning, and a friend of mine, she posted on Facebook, does anybody know what iPad I should use so I can use Procreate? And I was like, I commented after reading it, and I was like, wow, took all this time for me to learn 2 kids later that I've been doing it all wrong. Didn't know you can use an iPad for that. Because how she spelled it was Procreate, as in, you know, popping kids out. It was great.
Terrible
Natty.
dad joke.
I don't think I've heard a worse dad joke in my life.
It was so bad. Maybe it was a had to be there moment, but I'm assuming it wasn't.
The comment back was just the skeleton face. Like, wow.
Yeah, I could see why. You tried.
It was good, though. It was funny. I laughed.
As long as you made yourself laugh, bro.
That's all that matters, Maddie.
It's funny because, like, in school, it was always my one friend that was always like, grammar's important. Yes.
Yeesh.
Yes, it is.
right.
You procreating or procreating?
Take a break.
Take a break.
I'm not going to pause that because I fuck that up every time. Dude to dude, when you sit down for a podcast, maybe you don't smoke as much weed as we just did. Could be really helpful.
Dave's not here, man.
Listen, man. Oh, his mic
You
wasn't
want to
even
try that
on.
again, Maddie?
Aw, man. I said Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, that's my dude to do for the week.
Raggy.
It was a fuck around episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
It's a short one. That's bound to happen once in a while. Don't get bothered
Yeah.
about it.
you know, we're
people.
We're people, and we're enjoying this, and we hope that you enjoy it.
If you didn't enjoy this episode, blame it on Chim because he fucking missed it.
Yeah, and if you didn't enjoy the episode, go ahead and fuck off.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Well, that's the end of our episode. Remember, if you guys found some enjoyment out of this, if you got some value, maybe laughed a little bit, go ahead and share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it on Facebook. It'll really help us out. And, you know, the more that you guys help us out, the more we can help you out. Remember, this is just a comedy podcast. Try not to get butthurt.